Good morning, everyone. Pastor Brad from New Covenant United Church of Christ, Williamsport, and welcome to this week's edition of Children's Story Time. This week's edition of Children's Story Time is for the second Sunday after Pentecost, June 22nd, 2025, and we're going to be taking a look at the gospel lesson, Luke chapter 8, verses 26 to 39. So what we have today is I have pictures of things that are buried. And I'm going to ask you to tell me what is buried underneath sand, snow, vines. I'm going to show you some pictures and you tell me what is buried, okay? What's hidden? What's buried underneath the sand? Can you tell? Can you figure that out? What's buried underneath the sand? If you said a pyramid, you are correct. We can only see the very tippy top of the pyramid. All the rest of the pyramid is buried underneath the sand. Here's the next one. What is buried by all of the trees and the ivy and all of the overgrown grass? What's buried? Can you tell? Can you see? Can you see what's buried? If you said a house, you are correct. You can just barely see the roof there, maybe see some windows, but this house is buried by the trees and the vines. It's hidden by the trees and the vines. Here's another one. What's buried in this picture? What's buried in that? If you said a boat or a ship, you are correct. This boat is at the bottom of the ocean and it's being buried by the coral. Look at all the coral that has buried this boat, that has hidden this boat, this ship from view. Here's another one. Here's another one. What's this one? What's buried in the ice? What's buried in the ice? Can you tell? Any guesses? Do you know? If you said an airplane, you are correct. This airplane, you can kind of see the tail back there. I think maybe that's part of the wing. But the airplane, oh, there's the windows. That I'm trying to. Is that the nose? Maybe cockpit, or maybe it's just a shadow. Either way, the airplane is buried by the ice. The airplane's buried by the ice. Here's one last one. One last one. What's buried in the snow? Can you tell? It almost looks like an igloo. It almost looks like a fort you could hide in and play in or throw snowballs from. Almost looks like a fort. If you guessed a car, you are correct. Those are the windshield wipers. Those are the windshield wipers sticking out of the car. The car is buried by the snow. It's hidden by the snow. In the game that we just played, we found we discovered the things that were hidden underneath something else. In our lesson, Jesus meets a man who asks for help. And this man has lots of challenges. He's buried underneath all of his problems. He's hidden from living a happy life. All of his problems put a burden on him and prevent him, hide him, bury him from living a happy life. Jesus removes the man's burdens that are covering him up, and we're called to do the same. We're called to help other people overcome their challenges. We're called to remove the ice and snow, remove the things that are burying, hiding a person from being all that they can be, to relieve them from their challenges, from their burdens, help them to find relief from their challenges, the burdens that are hiding them, that are burying them, that are preventing them from living a happy life, so that they can live a happy, joy-filled life also. May it be so. Thanks be to God. May we help others. May we help relieve the burden that others are facing. Thanks be to God. Amen. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. Peace, blessings, love, and prayers. Please, if you haven't done so already, like, follow, subscribe our Facebook page, our New Covenant UCC YouTube channel. Join us for any of our virtual or in-person ministries. And if you're ever in the Williamsport area, please stop by and say hello. Peace, blessings, love, and prayers. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.